Hello everyone and welcome back to another screencast on compound measures, and this one's looking at speed, distance and time. Hopefully you're going to find this nice and easy, because if we can remember a nice and simple equation, then we're going to be able to rearrange it with our other skills that we already know. But first of all, what is speed? Well, speed is made up of two things. It's made up of distance and time. And the equation that we use is speed equals distance over time. Now that should make a little bit of sense when we think about a car's speedo and we're traveling at, let's say, 60 miles per hour. We can see that the distance is 60 miles and it's taking us an hour to cover that, and that's the speed. Okay, so hopefully that makes a little bit of sense. This is the little triangle here, which should help us to get a lot of these right. So speed equals distance divided by time, but we can also use this as lots of other things. So we're going to go through them now. So the first one is speed equals distance over time, but we can also then say time equals distance over speed, because if we look here, we've got time equals distance over speed. But what do we think about distance? Okay, so distance is going to equal speed timesing by time. So what I would do if I was you is I'd pause the video, I'd write this in your notebook, because this is going to become really handy later on. So pause the video now, copy this all out, make sure that you put this into your memory, and we'll be using it for the rest of today's screencast. Okay, so hopefully you've done that now. Here goes our first question. So I'm going to start this off. A car travels at 240 miles in 6 hours. How fast did it travel? So the first thing I'm going to do is, it's how fast. So we're looking for speed. So we know that the formula for this is speed equals distance over time. So where we see the distance, we'll put the distance. Where we see time, we'll put the time. So I'm going to do that now. I've just put all of these to help you out for these questions, but you should already have them copied down. So speed equals distance, which is 240, divided by time, which is 6. Because we're trying to find how fast we're traveling per hour. So divided by 6, and if we do that, there we can do that on the calculator, we should end up with speed equaling 40 miles per hour. So for every hour we drive, we're traveling at 40 miles per hour. And that's just really it. So we take away the letters and we input the numbers, and happy days, there we go. So here's another one. This time, how fast are we going? How fast are we going? So let's have a look here. We're still going speed, so where it says distance, we'll replace that, and time. So I want you to pause the video now, give this one a go yourselves, and come back and see if you've got it right. So let's replace that distance for 280 and the time for 8 hours, and let's write that out. So speed equals 280 over 8. So again, you can do that on your calculator. And what you'll find is that speed equals 35 miles per hour. That miles per hour bit is really important, so we've got to write that down, okay? We know it's miles per hour because we've got miles here and we're talking about hours there. Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult now, because this time we're not looking for speed. We're looking for how long did the journey take. So we're looking for time. So again, we're going to copy out this equation, and where it says distance, we'll put the distance. Where it says speed, we'll put the speed. Pause the video, give it a go, come back and see if you've got it right. So here we go. Let's change that now. So we've got time. We're looking for time, aren't we? And that equals the distance of 205 divided by 45. And if we do that now in our calculators, we should end up getting time equals 9 hours. That's how long it's going to take us. We're traveling at miles per hour. We've got miles here. So how long is it going to take? It's going to take 9 hours. That's how we know it's hours, not minutes. This is the last one before we move into the quiz, I think, I'm pretty sure. So pause the video, give this a go, and see if you've got it correct. So what are we doing? How far did we travel? So now we're looking at distance. So remember, it's distance equals speed times time. So where it says speed, we're going to put 50. Where it says time, we're going to put 4. So let's copy that out now. Distance equals 50 timesing by 4. Okay? And if we put that into our calculators, we should have an understanding that that's 200 miles. Okay, how far did we travel? We traveled 200 miles because we're traveling at 50 miles per hour. Timesing by 4, that gives us our 200. So it is now time for the quiz. I know you've looked forward to the quiz every day, and this is a day like no other. So please pause the video, give these all a go, and see if you get them right. Now, top tip is I don't have it. I haven't written this up, have I? Haven't written up all the formulas for you. But there is one formula that's looking how fast you're going to go, how far, and how long. So you're going to use all 3 different formulas to work these out. But pause the video, give it a go, come back and see how you've done. Okie dokie, everyone, it's time to see how you've done, and here we go. So the first thing we would have done was copy out the formula, which is speed is distance over time. Where it says a d or distance, we're going to put 135 miles, and time 3. So here we go, 135 divided by 3, and that gives us 45 miles per hour. The next one, it's how far. So we're looking at distance. It's going to be distance equals speed times time. Where it says speed, we put 50. Where it says time, we're going to put 6. 50 times 6 gives us distance of 300 miles. And last but not least, we're looking at how long did it take. So that is time. So it's time equals distance divided by speed, and we take away those letters and put the numbers in, and we end up with 5 hours. I am absolutely positive that you've done well. If you haven't, if you're struggling a little bit, go back and watch the video again. I know that's an awful thing I'm saying, but please just go back and watch the video again. Do a revision card on this. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like or a subscribe if you're very, very generous. And until next time, it's always a pleasure helping you with your maths today. Enjoy the rest of the day and whatever it brings.